For the Heat, they're excited to be back out on the floor for game number 1 of
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Heat trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Miami. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. Well, guys, they got swept in last year's series, and you know that's the first and foremost thing in their minds as they look to turn the tables this time around.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and two mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Get out there with DeRozan. Oh, and it's Malone in at the 4 spot. And that one's good.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there. Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated
thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would. Create for others too, but he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing you could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Malone, a screen on Anthony. Leonard kicks to Howard. He dishes at the kid. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Now, here is Irving. Step back shot. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Boy, Kyrie Irving, he's starting to fill it up in bunches now. Boy, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Wade kicks to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Irving drives in. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway he had to adapt.
That's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Miller already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Kidd against Irving. Another miss by Irving.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Anthony on the wing. Outside Irving. Passes it to Irving. Puts up the baby hook. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top five. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. The Heat trail by 3. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. 12 points for Kyrie Irving. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Howard setting the pick for Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Rondo with the steal. Plays it in off the breakaway. Rondo's got his first basket of the night. Lillard with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man. Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Here's Lillard. Rajon Rondo getting it to go from deep. Screen by Howard. And Lillard kicks to Leonard. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
The Heat making a switch here. Cassell's checked in. For Miami, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. The drive by Vucevic. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show. Up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Howard with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Leonard. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Bucks leading by 4. Here's Here's Lillard. Screen by Howard. Lillard, the pass to Jefferson. Kept alive. Here's Howard. That misses. Would have counted him.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic. I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Moment here now for an injury report. Now let's check in with our Doris Burke to see how Rajon Rondo's doing.
Guys, I got an update from head athletic trainer of the Heat. It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Irving is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Cassell, and it's Towns in at the 5 down low. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back. Then his body betrays him.
Here's Malone, who played real well against it.
Scars for that miss.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Wade kicks to Irving. Irving against Lillard. 13 feet away. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games, so the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He made no mistake that Dwight Howard has got to be the focal point of their offense. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Irving with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Kidd against Wade. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kyrie Irving.
Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. Had back and knee issues. It's highly unlikely he can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
Lillard dishes to Howard. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Wade. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Wade's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Kidd kicks to DeRozan. Off the pick. And Howard with the stuff.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Irving against Lillard. Back to Irving. Irving double team. To the middle. Here's Wade. And he lays it straight in. Wade's got 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on The perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Lillard attacking. On the wing, DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Irving can't get it to go.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Malone, no luck. The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. The shot by Wade, wide open. Good on the triple. And now a 3-point Heat lead.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
The Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Kidd. Irving drives in. It's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. A different look for Miami. Vucevic in for Stoudemire. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Leonard, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. Irving. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Really aggressive play there. It to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Irving up top, covered by Lillard. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And some changes here for the Heat. Gasol is checked in for Wade. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Irving. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Kidd with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Rondo against Kidd. Here's DeRozan. Vucevic with the block. They get it back. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. Stoudemire's checked in for Miami.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution for the Heat. Amare Stoudemire.
On defense, the Heat, they lead by 4. Leonard attacking. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And that one's good, Anthony. And Milwaukee has possession. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
There's the 3. No luck.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Miami ahead, leading by 3. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, I've got Coach Eric Spoelstra here with me. And, Coach, what are the things you're seeing so far in this game that you'd like to change going forward?
It starts with getting some stops. You got to play off some misses, and we can't let them force us into 1 or 0 pass possessions. We've got to move the ball when we're in the half court, help each other with that, but we'd like to get some more in the open.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 1 block. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that.
That's good, Clark. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Get out there with DeRozan. Then it's Malone, and it's Howard in at the center position. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
In transition, here comes Miami, and then Wade slams it in.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for us.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the Heat call time here.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The Bucks second.
Yeah, and because of that, Kevin, they were one of the best defenses last year as a team. I mean, they led the league in steals, and that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, that's hard work and concentration.
Milwaukee timeout.
Timeout called the Bucks. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it, but credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Well said. Thank you.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Wade drives in, unloads. Towns kicks to Wade. In the corner, Irving with it. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still sold out every game here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance.
And the basket good.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. It's stolen by DeRozan. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from DeRozan. 16 points for Leonard.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And really, they showed up in force. Even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans love them all the same.
The Bucks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
They just have not been able to handle DeRozan. He's got 10 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Towns. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Irving. For Milwaukee, they've gotten every shot that drops since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. And Lillard kicks to Jefferson. And he dunks it down.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
The Heat trail by 4. Here's Anthony, and it's sent back by Howard. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Vucevic checked in for Irving.
Nikola Vucevic.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Double teamed on Wade. Down low. Here's Stoudemire. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Dwight Howard. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
And the Heat making a change here. Cassell's checked in. Heat have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Rondo kicks to Vucevic. Stoudemire in the post. He's covered by Leonard. And the shot is good. Stoudemire's got his first bucket of the night.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offense. Glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Lillard, the pass to DeRozan. Leonard with no one around. And another basket for Milwaukee. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Milwaukee.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
And Howard with the stuff.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Stoudemire. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Stoudemire's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Rondo. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
DeRozan in the corner. And another three for Milwaukee.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. And again. And it's Milwaukee converting. Here's Rondo. A three-pointer is right on target. Rondo's got 8.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Bucks lead. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Milwaukee leading by 4. They've got Dwayne Wade. Irving is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Towns, and it's Irving in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Milwaukee with the ball. They set the pick. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's Wade with the jam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Screen by Howard. Leonard attacking. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Leonard's got 11 points here in just the second half. Outside Irving. Irving double team. A baseline J. The rebound by the Bucks. Howard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Jefferson dishes the Kid. Pass to Leonard. And that one is hammered home.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Wade kicks to Stoudemire. On its way from Irving for 2. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And here is Kidd. Malone outside. Now here's Leonard. Howard with a screen on Wade. Leonard attacking. Just 5 to shoot. They get it back.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And that one's good.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Good, and the assist to Kidd. Kidd's got assist number 8 now on the night.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Leonard attacking, and that basket pushes the...
Start it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Two teams, only one ring. Welcome to the finals on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith here to tip off the final chapter in this year's NBA story. It's game one of the finals. The action coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be hosting the series tonight up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, after a clean sweep in the conference finals, they seem to be a team of destiny. The joy of an NBA championship almost within their grasp. And here we go, the NBA Finals. Two contenders, only one will hoist the championship trophy. Kenny, you've been in this position before. What are your nerves like at this point?
You know what? You're a little exhausted, Ernie, from everything.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the biggest game of the year, the last game of the season, a winner-take-all single-game NBA Final. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's the Philadelphia 76ers taking on Sacramento. Taking a look at Sacramento, the good news is they'll enjoy home court advantage for this, the deciding game.
Really, it's been a phenomenal series. I mean, this situation, the home team usually prevails. We'll see how this one plays out.
As good as it gets, guys. I mean, the biggest game of the NBA season so far. Man, I can't wait to see how it unfolds because I know we're in for some high drama here.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Pippen is out there with Sean Kemp. Then it's Allen. Then there's Free. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5 spot. It's stolen by Barkley. The dish to Jordan. Got a hand on it, but he stays with it. Barkley goes in. Now the 76ers on the break. That's good from Allen on the assist by Pippen.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Free against Hardaway. That's good. Hardaway has got his first points of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Abdul-Jabbar. It's double team. Here's Kemp. He dishes it to Abdul-Jabbar. Tries again. That one goes. Count it.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Hardaway against Free. Here's Barkley. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Sacramento shooting their first free throws here for the night. He's off on the first.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either. As good a foul shooter as he is. You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Inside, alone. There's the killer two-handed slam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a coming to finish him.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A-game rolling tonight.
Pass to Free. He kicks it to Abdul-Jabbar. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first one falls. Good from the line that time. First quarter of basketball, just over 2. Hardaway has got his second basket of the night.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Free passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Let's go. And the layup's good off the glass. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Pass to Jordan. The jump hook. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Jordan's got his third bucket of the night. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. There's the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Kemp. Feeds to Abdul-Jabbar. And that one's good. 8 points for him.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
The Kings leading. Outside Hardaway. And the foul called on the Philadelphia 76ers. And some changes here for the Kings. Williams, he's checked in for Malone. The Bulldozer comes in for Barkley. And it's Johnson in for Joe Johnson. Mutombo, he's checked in for the 76ers. Mutombo against Williams. And it's Jordan to top the key. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. The second chance effort. And foul call as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Sean Kemp picks one up right there. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Sacramento.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Cooper comes in for Michael Jordan. And it's Harper in for Hardaway. And the stuff by West.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Pippen. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. That's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Hawkins against Johnson. The shot by Hawkins, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Johnson against Hawkins. Johnson attacking, and it's sent back by Mutombo. Pass to Hawkins. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Hawkins has got his first basket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Right side, Harper. Pippen for 3, and that one's good. Pippen's got 5. So it's Sacramento now. Outside, world peace. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. 76ers ahead, up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And so in the game for the 76ers, John Stockton out there with Allen. And it's Mutombo. Then there's Hawkins. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 4 slot. The Kings trail by 6. Screen by Malone. Hardaway, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And that one's good.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
And it's Dikembe with the jam.
And how about the agility coming from the big man? I mean, that's not something we often see from him.
You know, it's never going to be, Greg, a 360 dunk when he goes up with it, but it will be 2 points. We do know that.
You know, you can sacrifice a little athleticism when you've got the size he does.
The 76ers leading by 10. Allen, that's good.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Kemp comes in for Mutombo, and Freeze subbed in for John Stockton. Now here's Hardaway. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Hardaway has got 6.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Now here's Hardaway. 6 points for him. To the inside. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. No good. Great D that time from Jordan. The Kings trail by 10. Outside Hardaway. Connects from three-point range. Hardaway has got 5 points now in the quarter.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Abdul-Jabbar against Barkley. It's stolen by Barkley. Outside Hardaway. Outside Jordan. And it's good as On the play was Hardaway.